Facebook, YouTube family. Assalamu alaikum. If you're already Muslim and you understand and you submitted to the fact that there is a creator and that is nothing and no one greater than him. And may Allah guide you to this beautiful way of life if you're not Muslim. But I got a message, something just came to my heart, just got finished praying. And I was thinking about boxing, because that's what I do a lot. Plumbing, boxing, and Islam. I was thinking how I always think about Islam and how people view it. Do they view it as a religion? Because in reality, I thought about it, it's not a religion. You know, just like boxing is not a fight. And plumbing is an art, not just a trade. It's not just a way to make money, it's a way to keep the community pumping. You need water, you need clean water. We do a lot of good for people. Sewage backups, I save a lot of people, man. But nevertheless, my message that God blessed me with when I was thinking about this in my prayer is that you gotta have composure. You gotta have composure in your plumbing or work. You gotta have composure in your sports or your play, your art, and boxing, whatever. You gotta have composure in your religion or your way of life. And that's the message. You gotta have composure. So don't look at Islam as a religion, as a burden or some hard situation. Don't look at boxing or whatever sport you do, or don't look at your job as a burden or some type of work. It's actually, you gotta have composure. You gotta have concentration, devotion, relaxation. Think about what you're worshiping. Peace. Be sharing stuff on YouTube a lot, and I just wanted to talk to you about something that just came to my heart. Just get your inspiration, what you feel from it. So I know you got some good news. I was explaining to everybody that when you look at Islam, you don't look at it like a religion. You look at it like a way of life, of course.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me help you.
And mashallah, mashallah. I went to 2 people already. I got the camera facing me. I put it on YouTube.
No, but before you put, let us answer. Let's see if we can answer the question.
Well, the question is, I was just praying, and something came to my heart. And on YouTube, I put about boxing, the sport of boxing, and I put information on there about plumbing, because I do plumbing.
Okay.
And of course, Islam. And I was just thinking to myself, people think of Islam as a religion, and they think it as a burden. Because it's a religion, they think of all these rules, and they think. But what I was thinking in my heart is not a religion, so much so as a way of life. But even more, you have to understand the wisdom of having composure. You know, composure, being relaxed. Just like in boxing, you'll never understand how to fight if you can't keep from getting hit. Because no matter how good you are, if you get hit in the face, it changes your whole concept of boxing.
Yeah.
You understand? So boxing, a real boxing match, is defense and offense combination, so you don't get hit much.
Okay.
Because you actually learn how to compose and keep your composure.
Yeah.
Islam is the same way. It's such a beautiful religion, and we all testify to it, but you can't see it unless you have that composure, and you learn to have that sakina with Allah. With that. Nah, anything to add to it?
It's not, but the other thing is Islam is principle. It doesn't matter, you know, the way people judge in this world is like if you are famous or you want to become famous, you must have a lot of followers or a lot of fans, right?
Yes.
But Islam is nothing like that. Islam is about principle.
Ah.
You either follow it or you know it's up to you.
Ah.
But that principle doesn't change. Whether 100 people follow the principle or one person follow it.
Wow.
Nobody can change that principle. Muslims, they can make mistakes. We can make error, we can make mistakes. We are not perfect as Muslims.
Yes.
Because Muslims are person. But as Islam, the religion is perfect.
Wow.
And it's a principle. Like the way you have an accounting principle.
Yes.
So the principle doesn't change. there is no reform in Islam. You cannot reform it because that's the constitution of Allah. That thing, that legislation or the constitution, Allah revealed it, and it is the way it was revealed. It's up to you to follow that rule or ignore it.
Wow.
So it's a principle. It cannot be changed. There is no like saying, oh, majority rules the minority, or there's no saying like we vote for it.
Right.
Like people, they just keep changing. They try to reform things to their desire or to the way they want. But in Islam, you cannot do that.
It's perfected.
It's a perfected.
Gotcha.
You cannot add anything and you cannot delete anything. It's a
Mashallah.
principle.
Mashallah.
You understand?
Mashallah. Thank you,
So that's
brother.
the most people, they don't understand that.
Yes.
Yeah, and for you to be famous or for you to be religious,
Yes.
you don't need funds as Islam.
Yes.
You only, and Islam, you want to sit here?
Yeah.
And Islam has only two conditions.
Yes.
Only two conditions. Whatever you do, do it for the sake of Allah. And you don't need to be praised. You don't need to be doing to show off other people.
Right.
No, whatever you do, if you're doing it for the sake of Allah, then you are pleasing Allah, but you are not pleasing human being.
Wow.
So anything you do, even if you giving me charity, even if you're doing something good, whether you are praised or whether people insult you, it doesn't change your way of doing it.
Your commitment.
Your commitment. It doesn't change. Why? Because you know you don't want praise from people,
Wow.
or you don't want to please people.
Wow.
You want praise from Allah, and you want to please who?
Yes. Allah.
Only Allah. So whether you are doing charity, whether you are doing salah, and one of the conditions is that your prayer or your hajj or your zakat or all your deeds will never be accepted if you are not doing because of Allah.
Wow.
And that's what we call intention. That intention is only for Allah. So Allah knows your intention before even you did.
Yes.
So that's one thing. So everything you do for the sake of Allah.
Yes.
So that's one rule for Islam. For any good deeds to be accepted, you must have that intention of doing for the sake of Allah only. If you have just an atom weight of showing off, it's nothing. Allah will tell you the day of judgment, you didn't do it for me. Even if you memorize the Holy Quran and you are memorizing it, people to tell you, oh, this guy is talented,
It's good, right?
then
right.
it's nothing.
It's not worth it.
So what? When you go to Allah and you say, oh, I memorized the Quran, I did this, Allah will tell you, you didn't do for me, you did for people to show off, and you show off. And you created your own fun, your own fancy. That's
So
up
your
to you.
intentions is the most important.
That's number one. Number two, whatever you're doing, it must be from the Quran, teaching of the Quran. You must have an ayah to prove that, or it must be from the teaching of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. No.
If it is from somewhere else, from your pocket, it will not be accepted. Even if it's a good deed.
No.
Because
Even if it sounds good.
even if it sounds good. Because this religion is not about, in my opinion. People say, when they ask you, in my opinion, I think, no. This religion is not about opinion.
Yes.
It is about principles, as I told you. It's about lay down principles.
Yes, yes.
And once you learn and you practice, you know that if somebody tell you something, tell him, give me an ayah that support
They support that.
you, whatever you say, or give me a hadith.
What about people, they say that when you come with proof,
Yeah.
it has to be understood by the scholars.
The scholars, they take the knowledge from the sunnah of the Prophet, the hadiths. The scholars, they have all the hadith, but the main thing coming is the Quran and the sunnah. The sunnah means okay, the Quran only says pray, but it doesn't tell you how many rak'at you pray, how many rak'at you pray to, how many rak'at you pray to,
No.
how many.
Well, I asked you that specifically because one time I was on the internet and I had posted something about, I asked the question. I said, how many brothers would marry a sister who gave up her rights just so that she could be with the family? like the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And you know, Saudi, radiallahu anha, what's her name? Saudi. It was
Aisha?
no, not Aisha, the one that he married, and she gave up her rights because she wanted to stay with the Prophet Muhammad.
Oh, okay.
I forgot it, but anyway,
Yeah.
that was the story.
Yeah.
But people jumped on me because they said, "Where's the proof?"
You see?
So I went and I found some proof.
Yes.
But it wasn't from a Muslim. It was from a kuffar.
Kufar.
But he told the truth.
Yeah.
But he didn't tell all the truth.
Yeah.
But he gave me the ayat where to go and look.
You okay?
But the thing is, they jumped on me because my proof came from a disbelief. However, they forgot about the point I was making.
You making,
The point I was making is, would you like to marry someone? Would you marry someone based off of family?
Yes.
To keep the family together, to
Yes.
keep the Muslims strong.
Yes.
And that was the question, but they turned it into something else.
Yeah,
so the question I was asking you is, how, as individuals, laymen, people that's not greatly knowledgeable,
Yeah.
how do we practice our religion? Do we have to go to a scholar for every little thing, or do we read the hadith ourselves and interpret it?
All the hadiths, all these translations, they're in the bookshops. Bookshop. Like you can buy it. You can buy the whole of Quran
the understanding.
Yeah, the whole of Quran translated in English.
Gotcha.
And you can read it like way people read novels and books.
Gotcha.
The problem is we don't want to put time to reading Islam articles or Islam books and hadiths.
Gotcha.
But once the bad thing is you don't know nothing and you pretend that you know everything.
Gotcha.
That is ignorance. That's what mislead you and you mislead others.
Gotcha.
So
if you don't know, you ask
you
the
ask.
scholars.
If you don't know, you ask the scholars. And you can buy all these Bukhari, Muslims, all these Islamic books.
You can learn on your
And
own.
you can learn. And the other thing, people go for you.
That's the thing that gets me. Some people don't believe that you can learn.
You learn it.
They believe that you have to just take from a scholar. That's it. You need to learn.
You learn it. And even the way people go to college, there's colleges for Islamic, there's universities. You can even apply and go and take your degree, get your degree in Islam. Yeah?
Yes. What's up, Chief?
Right?
So that's the way the beautiful.
Well, it was nice rapping to you.
The beautiful thing about Islam is about there's nothing called majority. Look, let me tell you something. The way these people, whether they say we are civilized, whether they say they have a democracy, you know the way they base things, the way they judge things, it is like a vote. Even if today people want to become gay, they vote for it.
Yes.
They don't see if this thing is wrong, if it's bad or not. They don't care.
Yes.
All they care is majority votes.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes. Subhanallah.
But subhanallah, it's majority votes. If it is like killing people, they vote for it. They kill it.
Yeah.
If it is fornication, they vote for it. If it is like something. But the beautiful thing about Islam, it doesn't look your color.
Right.
It doesn't look your brain. It doesn't look anything. It is a principle, and this principle, once you learn it, nobody can change it.
Hey, America's gonna need Islam.
That's one thing.
They're gonna need it. They're gonna have to wake up.
This is a principle, and principle you cannot change the way you
Can't
are.
change it.
Because this is the law of Allah. The guy, the only person.
It's the natural law.
It's the natural law. He's the one who sent it down, and that's what we follow.
It's our birthright. We're supposed to live like this.
And you know, and you can tell when you die, it doesn't matter whether you are a professor, whether you are a biologist, all this knowledge won't help you. Because this life is just short.
Yes.
Our lifespan is 60, 70 years.
60, 70 years.
Right?
If that long.
But ask yourself, after that when you die, and when you will be resurrected, there will be a life that there is no death.
Yes.
If you go to hell, you stay in hell. Yes. If you go to Jannah or paradise, you stay in paradise.
Yes.
And that's where the life is. This is just a journey. You understand?
Yes.
So people, they value this journey and the knowledge of this world. They don't value the knowledge of Islam.
Yes, yes. When they can bear witness
Yeah.
that the knowledge of Islam is beyond this world. It's beyond our concept.
It is beyond our concept.
Okay, brother. Nice talking to you, bro. Lord bless you.
Nice thinking that.
All right, now.
Okay.
Another day, another opportunity, man. Y'all get with me.